Okay. Let me bring that down a little bit more. There we go. So we will be going in a moment. Of course, server resets in like 3 minutes. So we will we'll jump in as soon as we can. Pardon me. So, hope everybody's doing okay. In fact, while we've got a couple minutes, let's get this up. This one, and I want display capture up. Get that out of the way for now. I'm going to skip my little intro because those of you want to hear me waffle on a little bit, you can. But those of you watching who haven't seen it, so this is something, and you can find it in the Dynamite Discord. This was just some of the highlights that I still have from my streams and that didn't go missing through some technical issues I had a while back. And we'll have a watch through some of them while waiting for the server to restart. And here's to many, many great more.
Look.
This was like first, second week that I was in the server. Agave is a fruit you make tequila with. I can look at myself. That's so funny. These were so much fun. You see, that's the first thing I knew. It's just some guy runs into me, put your hands up, like, oh shit. This was a great shot. Genuinely didn't expect it to work out the way it did. 3 people with 1 horse. Hey Lynn, how you doing?
Really? I'm just hitching up. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Please tell me that alert sound actually worked this time.
Okay. Just go.
Really? I know why that is, because for some reason it's lost the source for it. For some reason it deleted the source for them.
Oh shit.
I do apologise about that. So let me just push that one, make sure it works. There we go. It's back working now. But no, these were some great moments. There was so much more that I wish I still had, but I don't.
Go away. Go away.
Oh, this was so funny because he's hogtied here and he's just floating down the river about to drown. It's like, oh shit. Help, Lewis. He's floating down. Just like floating off in the river. But you ran into him. A long time ago though. It's good fun. That, unfortunately, happened to be another deputy, but, you know, whoops. This one was genuinely so close. Rick at the end here is so lucky that I didn't take his head off. Gotta come through, I'll light up a green leaf there. He comes out and gets blasted, and then this turnaround there, I was so close to taking his head off right there, and if I'd hit him, he would have been gone. But no, it's nice to see you, Lynn. How are you doing?
Cool. Never a time not to think about ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he was so lucky. If that shot had connected, he would have been dead, but it missed and he hogtied me. Like, that was such a close situation. And there's plenty of clips in here of me, you know, fucking up and running into shit and falling off stuff as well. My horse ain't, but I am. It's funny to think it's been 5 months. And then we get to some of the more action-orientated parts that have been more recent of Lawman. I get a very different perspective of the server to a lot of people being a lawman, because most, you know, not most, but I end up in more gunfights probably than most anyone else in the server. You know, we get a very interesting worldview. This was the first breach we ever did. I feel so bad for Cornelius there, but it's like, it's situation, right? We're breaching. He just gets taken out right in the back, and like, I feel slightly bad about that one. And this was yesterday, actually. Some criminals around for the first time. We actually had some good chases, good fun. And this was a good foot chase. Of all the people that they had to try and choose a foot chase against in the server, me and Lewis are the worst, because we know Saint Denis possibly better than anybody else at this point, and we're used to running around it. At this point my lasso broke as well, because I tried to tackle him and it breaks. I think he was turning around there to try and fight me back, but it's like, I got the hit in, and it's like, yeah, nope.
My lasso's used up, so,
But again, actually, Henry's always good. Henry's a good one because he will not try and pull stupid shit. You know, it's like he gets there and he's like, no, I'm caught, you got me. We'll give that a pause now and try and get into the server. Should have restarted, so be able to bounce in. But no, I'm glad to see you're doing all right. Have missed seeing you to some extent. And yes, sound alerts should be working now. I do apologise about that, but apparently it removed the audio source from my scene for some reason. I do have a new one, and I do have a new bit alert as well, so. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're feeling better, hun. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. So, But no, I say it's nice. It's nice to see you back. Thanks for dropping in. It's always nice to have someone in the chat. But yeah, no, that is. I say it's on the Discord. You can find it on there. That is just the collection of highlights that I still have from very beginning of Lily joining the server. So that the earliest one on there is probably about 2 or 3 weeks into first being here, because I'm still not. Because that's prior uniform. So the stuff that you see Lily wearing, where she's like wearing the red cloak and that's her original I'm getting off the boat attire, and then she had to change to a West Elizabeth uniform, which was that orange mariachi thing. Then then she moved over to the red one with the red skirt when she first moved to Lemoyne, and then the black stuff, which is what the Lewis then brought in as Lemoyne uniform, and since she's taken over sheriff, she's then put on the red coat. So you've even got the full history of Lily's fashion choices. Unfortunately, to some extent, as lawmen, we don't really get to wear many different outfits because we need to be recognisable. So most lawmen will stick to the same outfit for most of the... In fact, there's some lawmen I know who have never really changed outfit. Some of them, like me, will change because we changed rank. Yeah. Oh, I've got lots of different outfits, but I've gone through lots of different ones because I had the one I came off the boat on, then I have my West Elizabeth uniform, then I have my first outfit for over in Lemoyne, then I have an outfit from the theatre night when we did that. I've got 2 cold weather outfits for going up into Amberino. I've got the Lemoyne uniform. I've now got my sheriff's outfit that I've put on since I became sheriff of Lemoyne, which is different, almost entirely different, but in keeping with the Lemoyne uniform. But no, I say most of the time I stick to the same clothes, because unlike some people, especially outlaws who like to hide their appearance, I need to keep relatively looking the same most of the time, because as lawmen we need to be somewhat recognisable at all times, unless we're intentionally trying to disguise ourselves, which doesn't happen very often. Looks like we're not loading in quite properly, but I'll take that moment while it's doing that to get map hider back. And we want to turn display capture off, because display capture doesn't like playing with red M. The thing is, right, to be fair, sometimes it's a little bit difficult because, don't get me wrong, I completely understand why you're doing it. It can be a bit of a nuisance sometimes for us, because when I'm like, it's hard because I've got to play dumb sometimes. Sometimes it'll be like, I absolutely guarantee you I know who was under that mask, because you've changed it. I've got to play dumb and not recognise, unless I've absolutely seen you wearing that before. I've slipped up once or twice. It happens. We do try our best. It slightly sucks sometimes, but we manage. Alright, clocked in on there. Equip stuff. Of course, it's chucking it down. But no, we actually had some good robberies last night. That was actually good to see. Good to see that stuff. Yeah, we got a little bit of a win in that we caught someone at each one. They got away with stuff. Good interactions, good fun. Nice to see again. Hell, we caught Colt Rider. As you'll notice, his bounty poster's gone down. I mean, Colt technically has the record for the longest time on the run. He does have that record on the server now, longest time on the run. I mean, Lily was intending to make sure that didn't happen because at that robbery, you know, he was wearing the same outfit that she's seen him in a few times, and that's why she actually focused on him. You know, it was like, no, if I'm going after any of the 3 people involved in this, that's who I'm going for, because he's been a thorn for a while. I'm going after him. Alright, let's go check Telegram. I think we need food and water as well. Hopefully, like, Mickey's around. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Again, I hate to say this, but did that actually make the sound? Because I didn't hear it. Hey, how's it going? Did you all hear the alert sound there? Or is it just on my end it's not coming through? Yeah, you did? Okay, perfect. So it's my end that's not coming through. Wonder why. I wonder why I'm not hearing it. I mean, it was. It's not been doing it for some reason. Weird. Weird. But anyway, thank you, HLC. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Brings us to 120. That's actually a really awesome number. It's actually amazing to see, considering. I mean, this time last year I was maybe at like 10, and it's amazing. I can't say how much I appreciate people doing, people even just following. I mean, it means a lot. In fact, let me take a moment and. I mean, if it's coming through, it's fine. I just don't know why I'm not hearing it. Because I used to. Let's open me overlays. I did not click on that one. This one. There's my alerts, my settings. You know, as long as you guys are hearing it, that's fine. I will deal with trying to get that fixed for myself later. As long as you're hearing the alerts, that's the important bit. Because at least I still get the feed, so I can still see the feed in front of me when it happens. It's a little bit of a nuisance, but it is what it is. But no, thank you. HLC, don't mind me asking, how's it you found? You come from the server? Have you come from somewhere else? I always just find it interesting how people come and find me on here. Wait, who's that that's just waking up in there? Ah, it's Casey. It's Casey. But at least I know the channel points alerts are working as well, so that's good. Actually, general store. While it's open, because in case Mickey ain't there, we need food and drink. Boo. 10 of them. 10 of them just in case. There we are, we're in. Let's see if anything more, not more interesting, see if anything else happens tonight. Howdy, Casey.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, I did alright. Sorry, just woke up.
That's alright. Oh dear.
I'm still not awake, though. I'm awake, but I'm not awake.
Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, the hours you put in, I don't blame you. I thought I was bad with 30 plus hours a week.
It's almost like this is home.
Yeah. For better or worse.
I've been taken to sleeping a little bit more though, so it shouldn't be as much this week.
Fair enough. I mean,
Yeah,
I
dreaming of other things.
I ain't want to comment on people's sleep habits because that'd be hypocritical. Mine are bad. Due to some of the mental issues, I just stay awake till I pass out, and then that way I don't dream.
Oh my god. Sir. Had it with the locals.
Yeah.
So aggressive.
I had to gun down 6 of them in the saloon in Valentine the other day.
Oh, not again. Valentine is horrible for that.
Yeah, I mean, literally all that happened is the Hote walked into the saloon, and then people just started drawing guns. They didn't do anything threatening, but they were just like, nope, we're having it.
You know, I think Valentine is a little bit racist because the things I've heard the locals say.
Yeah. I mean, at least they say it to you. Van Horn, they just shoot you because they feel like it.
Yeah. I mean, I would much rather somebody shoot me because they felt like it, not because they were racist.
Either way, I end up shooting back.
It just speaks more about their character than anything.
You'll be alarmed. Actually, you'd be quite alarmed at how much ammunition I go through.
Couldn't imagine.
I know it's my job, but it's still.
Really? You
I mean, hell.
last few.
I probably buy 3 or 4 boxes of express ammo for revolvers, pistols, and repeaters from a gunsmith at least every 2 weeks.
It's actually quite a bit. I'm lucky if I go through anything in a month. Well, I mean, I've picked up hunting now.
Yeah, I need to learn to change my ammunition when I go hunting.
Oh, from Express or?
Yeah.
Oh,
Snakes,
That's what I was
turkeys, and stuff like that, express ammo kind of doesn't leave you much left.
yeah.
I mean, it's fine if you're hunting for feathers, but if you're hunting for anything else, it's sort of...
Yeah. Oh god, I should do this now. I always forget.
Oh.
And then I ride out there, and then something happens every time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I've been doing it so long, it feels uncomfortable if I don't put everything on every time I wake up.
No, sometimes I go for like an hour or so after waking up, like, oh shit, maybe I need that.
I mean, it's literally ingrained into my routine. I wake up,
Yeah,
I
you need
clock on, put on my guns, put on my badge, go on duty, change my ammunition every time before I do anything, every single day.
I just wake up, check a telegram, get my horse, and kind of mosey on over, see if there's a saloon open for some coffee. And
I mean, it's gotten slightly worse because now we have to be slower putting our gear on. But
yeah,
we used to actually have races amongst lawmen of who could put all their stuff on quickest.
that's kind of funny.
I mean, you're talking, I used to be able to put on 2 long arms, 2 side arms, bowlers, knife, lasso, and lantern in like 40 seconds. Now I get shouted at if I try.
Yeah. Which also reminds me, I've been taking to. I don't care if it gets stolen because I could just replace it.
Yeah, I mean, I had my repeater and my shotgun stolen last week. But again, at the end of the day, it's guns, and it cost me, what, $800 to get them completely replaced.
Yeah. That's something at least we have the novelty tool for it.
Yeah, I'm starting to collect guns now because I've got nothing else to spend money on.
This is true.
I've got a house now, so it's food, horses, and guns, pretty much.
And a place to put everything as well.
Well, I say I've got a house, so that's only $400. Howdy.
You
Hello
alright?
there.
Yeah, how's it going?
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. How's it up there in New Hanover? Sorry, not you. You're Braxton.
Who? What? What?
Forget about it. I had a brain moment. I was saying, how's it up there in New Hanover?
Yeah, that is me. Who do
Yeah.
you think I am?
I had a moment where I thought it was Braxton, and I'm like, no, it's not. You have the same beard and the same hat.
I'm dressed completely in black and gold. No, it's fine. Fine. I was just up there. I was seeing if Lewis was around. I telegrammed him, but I've not heard anything, so I just thought I'd go look around, see if I can find anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't seen him since last night after the second arrest, so.
Alrighty. I read the report. Pretty action-packed night.
I mean, got Colt Ryder.
Yeah, so thank fuck for that.
I mean, that-
longest going fucking wanted criminal.
I mean, that was one of those situations. I mean, if you look at one of our incident reports, I'd actually seen them sat down here with like 3 of them with long arms
Yeah.
down here, and I was like, I ain't dealing with that. Then I turned up to the store, and I'm like, I see that bald-headed git behind the behind that counter. If I'm going for anybody in this, that's who I'm going. I don't care about anybody else. That fella's been on my wanted list for too long. I'm going after him. And but
Goddamn.
I mean, fortunately, got him without it getting violent because Lewis was not taking it well that they'd taken Izzy hostage.
Yeah, I heard. That's not ideal.
And then to find out when I'd arrested him that Colt himself had a semi-auto shotgun on him, I was like, thank Christ for that. That could have gotten ugly.
Yeah, thank God he didn't fucking use it. It's off the street now, but
But technically,
means
that's
they got
a
the parts from
yeah,
somewhere.
that's our first confiscated legal weapon.
Oh,
Oh, really?
dear.
We have never
Really?
ever we've never actually caught anyone with a Kakano or a semi-auto shotgun before.
Well, I know Tilly has given information. She knows who has illegal guns. She's been reporting it as she sees it.
I ain't
I
seen
don't
any.
know what they look like because I'm an idiot, but you know.
Yeah, I ain't seen any
Tilly
reports.
knows.
I ain't seen any reports
No,
of
I
people with
ain't.
illegal guns apart from the one time she told me.
I haven't seen it either.
So I
Whoever's
don't-
taking those reports isn't foot man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time Tilly lets someone know, can she get their name? So
Yeah.
that way if we don't see a report, we can follow it up and be like, we know that Tilly gave you this
Yeah,
information.
because we want to stay on top of it. I mean, I know Salvation were at least trying, if not possibly successfully making guns, because they have been hitting up some of the gunsmiths. I know Braxis has refused to sell, but they've tried pressuring in him. And of course,
someone has sold. They've got them. Someone sold it.
oh yeah, and I mean there ain't anything
Nothing
illegal.
illegal with it.
No.
Nope. Nothing illegal with the businessman selling the parts individually, even if they know what they're going to make with them. They can just claim that they didn't know. So it's one of those. But yeah, finding one's a worry. I mean, if they're starting to carry them out whilst on jobs, that means that they're either ready to get violent or they're just getting bold.
Yeah.
Or stupid, either way.
Well, the more we take them off them, the more likely they are to use it to protect them.
Yeah. You might want to take a cough drop as well, Herschel.
Me?
Yep.
Why?
You
You'll
sounded a little funny there.
Yeah, you sound like
Oh.
you sound like you've got a buzzsaw in your throat.
Oh, I think that's just my connection.
Ah, fair
I
enough.
think that's just my brain. It's been playing up. Whenever I try and open my pockets, it takes a while.
Yeah. No, I say no, it was not too bad. I mean, technically we're 2 for 5 in terms of outlaws, but I mean that's 2 for 2 on robberies.
Yeah.
An arrest
As long
on
as you get
each.
someone. As long as you get one of them, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it seems I've still got it somehow.
I
mean-
what was it? Near 2 weeks without anything?
Yeah, I mean, Henry did choose, or was unlucky enough to get me and Lewis to try and run on foot in Saint Denis. Like, you have, unfortunately, not lucked out here. You've got the two lawmen who know this city possibly better than anybody in this territory.
Yeah. Oh, apparently I just fed my horse a sausage roll. Don't eat that.
What?
Okay,
What the fuck is going on with
Oh,
my
we-
right now?
we actually took one of those off of Henry when we arrested him last night.
Goddamn.
Well, he gave one because Lewis went to search him, and Lewis was like, "Where the fuck did you get a sausage roll? I want one."
You ran from
Wait,
Mickey.
Lewis hasn't had a sausage roll from Mickey?
No,
That's so-
no. So Henry was
You're
like,
so
take
well.
one, please.
They're so good.
I also felt slightly mean because when Henry got back out, I forced him to take the cattleman as well.
Oh, we don't
'Cause
fucking want
he-
it. We've got
he-
about 50.
He came back for his weapons because he had some really nice customized weapons, but he also had a cattleman on him at the time. And he was like, "I don't want the cattleman." I went, "You are taking the damn cattleman.
Yeah, then
I
we've
have
got,
no
what,
reason- I have-
65 of them?
I have no reason to confiscate it, and I have 58 of the best in my inventory right now. I do not need more."
Oh, I was gonna ask, where'd you get your bag from?
Bought it from the marshal's office.
Oh, yeah, I had-
Need a Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got some in the. I think we've got some in the inventory. So if you see Lewis and tell him, you should be able to pay him because they're $100 each from the marshal. Because I think we've got a couple in the inventory still from the last time we put an order in.
Your bags at least make sense.
When they work,
Yeah, when they were.
Ours are so useless.
I fear every time I use mine because we've had a couple of times where people have lost all their stuff with them.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
eat
I'm
guns.
nervous about that too. You know, like, I mean, we've been pretty good for medicine at the moment, but I couldn't imagine losing all my syringes in the middle of an emergency. It's just not worth it to me.
Yeah, and I say the only time I ever use mine is say like when I've arrested someone, I've got to search them and take all their stuff off them because
Mm.
I can't take their stuff off them with my gun still on.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit frustrating. I wish we could.
To be fair, it does kind of work out because if you take somebody's stuff while you still have some of your stuff, you can be confused as hell and spend like 30 minutes trying to figure out which is theirs, which is yours, and which has got to go in the evidence and which doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. So let's just move out of the way of this fella. I'm just gonna head up to the telegram office. I've been having some issues with being told by the local boy, so I won't be
No worries.
long.
Yeah, I saw a big ass train here the other day. Longest
Mhm.
one I've ever seen.
One that just went by was pretty big too.
Yeah, I mean it probably went from the covering next to the general store all the way out to the lumber yard.
Mhm. There's some big trains, nice freight trains, and
Yeah. In fact, we've got some plans down the future to work with the railroad companies.
oh,
I mean, we've got to dispose of all those guns we've got set in the inventory that ain't being claimed somehow.
hmm.
And that's a lot of metal and a lot of weight to carry, so I think we'll be trying to use trains to take them up and get them disposed of. As I say, I went through our inventory and say, yeah, we've got like 60 Calmans.
Mhm.
And even the gunsmiths ain't going to want to buy them off us because they can't do anything with them.
Yep. They just sit there.
So I think we're going to take them up and just smelt them down into something useful.
I mean, it would be nice if not everybody got a cattleman when they gave it a cattleman.
I mean, I've spoken to the gunsmiths as well, and the gunsmiths were taking them if they could dismantle them, but once they're out of the box, they can't dismantle them down for parts, which is the frustration.
Oh, once they're out of the box, I thought it was not at all because it requires.
In the box, they can take them up to the oil fields and process them up there.
Wonder if they could put it back in the box.
As far as we're aware, currently not. So
The question's been asked, but
Yeah.
it's why we're
A
gonna.
special someone that knows how to rebox.
Exactly. I mean, maybe the place that we're taking them to get them deconstructed can. I don't know. But you know, we've got a lot of stuff sat in our inventory. It's like, let's get rid of some of that now.
Yeah. Well, I know that the train can crate things. I wonder if it's the same idea. I don't know much about that.
Yeah, the marshal's working with the train companies about how we're gonna do it and how it's gonna work. So
yeah.
Interesting things. I gotta check my telegram.
no worries. Yeah, sorry about that, Lynn. Yeah, the locals can be crazy.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Unfortunately, again, most people. It's a weird perspective, right, from being a
Please run
lawman.
into Mickey. I'm getting so low on food.
Oh, I'm out of food. I'm down to peaches.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate because Mickey's sleeping.
That's
I
alright.
swear, for Christ's sake.
Last few times I've been at this shop, he's just not been there, and obviously
Yeah.
you can't telegram.
I say, because every time I see him, or I go into a saloon when someone's running it. I mean, Gertie ain't been about, and I've never met the fella that's supposedly running Valentine. Yeah, I'll go in and order like 10 meals and stuff like that, but
But Wanda was awake this morning.
yeah, I ain't seen her for a while. But then again, Mickey's running the place so well, I don't think it would make much of a difference if you do, if you get my
Yeah.
drift.
Yeah, Mickey does it real well. I love Mickey.
He
He was a-
is meant for it.
He was really upset when I told him I'd move down to New Hanover.
Oh. Well, that doesn't mean you're not gonna see him.
Oh, I kept saying that. It's like, mate, I can go where I'm needed or where I want, so I'll always see you, and I'll always come to you for food. And it's like, yeah, but I'll miss you. It's like, damn it, I'll miss you too.
Yeah, sadly, yeah. Sadly, you've had to do what you need to do, right?
Oh, well, yeah. If I
Yeah,
get offered the sheriff position, I ain't gonna say no.
exactly.
Just progression to eventually maybe become a marshal. So next step. But I
Yeah,
like my black, so I don't know if I
A
want the white.
marshal that's around. Oh my god.
I mean that's why we're doing what we're doing. Because Lewis was offered the job, but
Mhm.
Lewis turned down the marshal's position because he said he's not going to do it unless he's got a replacement in New Hanover.
Oh, so
So
now he's working on getting it now.
so
Yeah, it's me.
that's why we sent Herschel over there, because Herschel's going to be taking over as sheriff of New Hanover once he's finished his training with Lewis, and Lewis will be stepping up to be a marshal.
Yeah, so I did all the training yesterday. We just need to wait to hear back from the marshal about when they want to make it final. So it's probably going to be around the end of this week.
Yeah,
Mm.
But yeah, so I'll be moving up to New Hanover, and Lewis will be becoming a marshal. So
it's
you,
it kind of makes me slightly sad in a way, because it means the only person left in the sheriff's office who stepped off
you
that
sure you use
dock
your rolls?
when they brought that yeah,
Thank you.
when we brought open the territories and brought in new law, the only person left in the sheriff's office once Lewis moves up is me.
Yeah,
No
I'll
one
say.
no one that was here when all that happened is left in the sheriff's office apart from me.
There.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold you over at least a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, like,
I really appreciate it.
Casey's seen a lot of us come and go. It's, in some ways it's kind of sad.
Hmm.
Oh, it's real sad. Like, Lewis brought me in, trained me up, then obviously you trained me up, and now I'm going to be working alongside you and Maverick, and it doesn't feel quite real. But,
Yeah. I mean,
and
that was one of the moments I had yesterday. Actually, you read the Colt rest report. I mean,
yeah.
Lewis lost it, and I can understand it. I mean, they had
Oh
Izzy
no, yeah,
hostage, and he lost his shit. I mean, I think he was a hair's breadth from just opening fire on people.
yeah.
And
That would have been devastating.
I mean, I was on edge. I was like, if he kicks off, I've got to, I've still got to back him up. I've still got to keep going, right? But it was also like, this is like, I mean, Lewis was the one that trained me as a cadet. I mean, Lewis is basically the one that's trained me all the way up to the point where, I mean, no, I know I'm his equal now as a sheriff, but it
No, you
felt,
still look to him for leadership.
it was an unusual moment to go, I'm the one in charge here, right? I'm the responsible one. I'm the one taking control. I'm the one going, calm the fuck down, step back.
Hmm.
It's
Thing
a
is, though, I think
surreal moment.
any deputy, well, any deputy sheriff, under sheriff, lieutenant, detective worth their grit would have done the exact same. Been like, you need to step back. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't be leading this because something bad's gonna happen. I
Oh
love
yeah,
you,
I mean,
but
I had that thought in my head because I'm stood in the doorway of the store with three outlaws pointing guns at Izzy in front of me and Lewis with a gun behind me, and I'm like, this kicks off, I'm in trouble.
this is not where I want to be
Do I
stood.
jump to the left or right if I hear a gunshot?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad it resolved peacefully.
It did in the end, and again, if it had kicked off, well, I think it would have been because we actually had a Braxis there as well. I mean, obviously he's not, we hadn't deputized him, but a Braxis is sat there, and the Braxis is damn well armed, and he would
Oh
have
yeah.
probably stepped in as well.
Did Braxton stay with Izzy, or was it only you doing the chase?
No, a Braxis stayed with her, and me and Lewis chased down, and that's when And as we're setting off, I mean, there was three of them, and again, I don't know exactly what they did with all the stuff, but I was like, as we're setting off, I'm like, Lewis, get the bold one. Because I knew that was Colt Rider. I've seen Colt Rider dressed like that several times. I've arrested him several times. I'm like, I'm getting that. I'm getting him today. I am not
You're
letting him go today.
coming with me. Alrighty. I ran into Pastel, Casey, and we had a fun conversation about how many times she's been hurt. So now you don't say safe to her anymore because you just know there's no point.
I
Uh-huh.
like Pastel. She's sweet.
Oh, I like Pastel. Yeah, she's real sweet.
It's pretty much a curse anybody I say it to. So
Oh, you've said it to me before, and I only died 3 days later.
Difference is that it doesn't really apply to lawmen because you can't tell us to stay safe because it's our job not to be.
It's just not possible.
You know, we're the only people that are expected to run to the gunshots, not away.
I'm gonna start saying don't die. How about that? Nobody die. I mean, you're gonna get hurt, sure, fine, whatever, but
How about
Yeah.
please wait at least an hour before calling me again?
mm,
You're on cooldown.
yeah.
I still remember the time where I got shot by a bounty hunt when I was bounty hunting, came to you, patched me up. And then 5 minutes later, I just came back to you like, Casey, I got shot again.
Could be
Well,
worse.
that's my fault, I swear.
You
Oh, yeah,
could call
nah.
Casey all the way out to Fort Mercer because you got bit by a snake.
Mm,
No, I carry hemoglobin on, or anti-venom, and hemoglobin. I think Casey gave it to me.
hematoxic. Yeah.
That's the one. It's
Yes.
not
I mean, I
I'm gonna
got the
check
snake
this out, though.
myself,
I don't
but
know who this is.
fair enough.
It's not me.
I mean, I got the snake, but he got me too.
What's that? What was you looking out for? Looking for camps and shit?
Yeah, I was just out exploring New Austin and I walked into Fort Mercer, got bit by a snake out of nowhere, shot the bastard, tried to walk out, and then dropped and called Casey.
God damn it. Oh. Oh, yeah. I wonder where Lewis is. I hope he's alright.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I presume he's up at Valentine unless he's gone up to Ambrino again.
I was just at, well, I'll say it was just that. I was there about 10 minutes ago. And
Yeah.
he wasn't there yet. So.
Again, it depends because because obviously he wakes up at home, so
Yeah, I'm just looking. Actually, I'm just I might go check the police register at the office and see if he has registered back in after the storm. Because he may not have.
I would say no, he hasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that was Pastel.
Oh, she all right?
That's funny. Oh yeah, just wants to sell some snake poison.
Ah, fair enough.
That's what I gave her. She's saving it for a mailbox, so I gave her some snake poison.
Mm,
Yeah,
then
no,
that's why. Well,
pastel's
the thing
sweet,
is,
but
the it's the pharmacy uses that. I don't. I have so much snake poison that and Joan doesn't need it because they're fine right now. But I'll still buy it because
As soon as you stop buying it, you're gonna run out. Like there'll be a boom of people getting bitten by it.
Mm,
In fact, I've only got, I think I've only got 2 hemoglobin on me.
so
I'll
Yeah.
buy
the
some more
pharmacy
off you.
will buy it for $5 a bottle. But I buy it for whatever I have in my pocket, so they like to come to me.
Oh, right.
fair enough.
Have you got any on you to sell at the minute?
So I guess I'll see her soon.
Alrighty.
I gotta
Yeah.
go to the farm in Lemoyne.
Yeah, I say I quite like Pastel. I've not spent much time with her.
Oh, she's funny. I like her.
I mean,
Last
I
time
would.
forgot I just heard a bear.
I'd be surprised if you did round here.
Black bears are around, but
Yeah, I mean, she's one of those people that it'd be nice to get to know, but I'm still waiting to see what happens with Miss Lynn. So,
mm,
which also, if that happens, I kind of need Mickey to be awake because he was gonna do some of the Valentine style meals for me when that happens.
Oh. Alright. I might head up to be fair, do you say you're going up to Rhodes, Casey?
the farm in Lemoyne. Moondrop Meadow.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, I
I
might,
think
Ooh, big
I
train
might
coming in again.
I might head up to Rhodes or Valentine.
Well, I need to head to Rhodes anyway because I'm carrying too much money again.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm only carrying
I guess I gotta
1,200.
find Pastel to deal with that problem.
Yeah, I'm only carrying $1,200 again.
Oh,
Okay.
not good. Alright.
It's just that paycheck. That paycheck keeps coming in, and then you look when you get up the next morning like, ah, shit.
Heck, I'll be on it soon.
Yeah.
In fact,
I
it
think,
is.
yeah, I think that's the same as mine.
Yeah, it's the same as yours, and say it's actually a step up from undersheriff, because undersheriff I think is what 32.
Daddy.
Yeah, sheriff is 35.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
from
okay. Yeah, no, you make more than me.
Jesus. What do you make, Casey, if you don't mind me asking?
30, and that's because I asked for a pay cut. It used
That's
to be
fair.
38, but I said that's way too much fucking money, and then the head marshal grumbled about it, and then finally gave me a pay cut.
Fair enough.
So,
I think head marshal's 38. I'm not sure what the other marshals are, because I think, from what I remember, again, they're a completely different department to us, so it kind of works weird, because they can't get into our storage and ledgers, which is, like, weird.
Yeah, it's all
But
separate.
I think, if I remember correctly, a deputy marshal is the equivalent of of an under sheriff. A marshal is the equivalent of a sheriff, and head marshal is just above us all. Because
that's my boss.
yeah, because the way to look at it is your deputy marshal is basically an under sheriff, but they don't have a territory. They just move between territories. So if you had so for example, if you had multiple, say you had 3 marshals, right?
Alright.
They are considered on a similar rank to a sheriff, and they would each be assigned a territory. But then every maybe 2 or 3 months, they would then swap territories.
Right.
Whereas, like, as a sheriff, I'm sheriff of Lemoyne. I ain't going anywhere. Lemoyne is mine until I give it up for whatever reason.
But yeah, like New Hanover. I love to see whatever happens in New Hanover.
And to be fair, there ain't much difference between them and us. They have a few more powers and responsibilities. Like, they're the ones that can issue warrants.
Yeah.
I mean, we can request them, but they issue warrants. Used to be that they were the only ones that could actually go into someone's ledgers with a warrant, but now we can do that.
Yeah, if needed. Oh, stop slowing down.
Batches. Going slower.
Oh no, that's fine. It just kept stopping. I was struggling to keep up with you. Let's do a little bit of a jog. I do not want to match right now. I want to run. I want to walk. I want to jog. You've not seen the Braxis around, have you?
Not today. Speaking of Abraxas, how you doing? How you doing, Strand? Early days, so yeah, good timing. We'll say early days. We'll see what happens tonight. Say we had 2 store robberies last night, 2 arrests. Actually, pretty.
No.
Jesus.
Again? Let's go. Watch out for the man in the field. Oh. He was already on the floor when he fell there.
What man?
I didn't hit him.
I didn't see anyone. Auto mod. Hey, at least it wasn't in the Braithwaites. If you did that in the Braithwaites, they'd all start shooting you.
Too small for me.
That could have ended really bad, actually.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Story though.
It'd be fine. It's Caligula. It's not Braithwaites.
Alright,
Alrighty.
Caligula's generally pretty chill. It's Braithwaite's if you're into someone, they'll just open fire on you.
Yeah. They're not happy if you nudge some more.
Which is why I had to run security patrol at Lewis's wedding, because Lewis's wedding was held at the Braithwaites. So
Oh,
me,
really?
so me and another couple of lawmen had to routinely just do little runs around to make sure that there weren't anybody causing trouble.
Alrighty.
Which is why, you know, if you were paying attention as a guest, you might every now and then just see a lawman just sort of tackle someone out of nowhere behind a bush. Christ, I've almost got $5,000 sitting there now.
Oh, nice. That's what I'm on, saving up for that house up by Oak Creek Run.
Yeah.
I need to head up to Valentine to collect the horse from Ira.
Yeah, head up there.
Are you staying here or are you coming?
I'll head up.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we had a failed carriage robbery yesterday as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you were there for that one, weren't you?
Yeah. I'm not Braxton.
I know.
You okay?
I am. I'm just. I mean, I have slept, but
Not well.
no, I did well. But I mean, I was awake for another maybe 10, 12 hours after that.
Oh, Jesus. I was there because I chased the fella down and he tried to
Yeah,
pass me.
yeah,
so
you
I
went
got
for
him.
the fella. Yeah.
Yeah. I've swapped to buckshot though because the slugs did not do well.
What you using?
Buckshot now.
No,
Pump
what gun?
action.
Yeah, no. Pump action needs buckshot.
Alrighty.
The repeating shotgun is better with slugs.
Alrighty.
But that's because the repeating shotgun's actually a better range.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say because if he wasn't on something, 5 slugs would bring anyone down, but he could have been
Yeah,
on.
and
something.
I think you know, I brought Lefty out here 'cause he didn't know, but this is actually where they get told about
Yes.
the carriages.
Yeah. The big like abandoned warehouse thing.
Yeah. It's also a bounty hunting location, so. You alright?
You whole?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
I'm alright. I got hit, but I'm not bleeding. Must have skinned me.
Okay. I didn't get hit, I mean, one of the fellas appeared right in front of me and got taken out by my horse, but.
That was funny. That's what plucked me onto the being
Yeah.
ambush.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, here we go.
I'll live a good ambush in the morning. Oh, I've been telegrammed. Right, we'll head to Valentine anyway.
Yeah, I'm just looking for where my horse went.
It's
Here he is.
behind you. Yeah. Oh, apparently I'm getting off. No, I'm getting back on.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing I'm getting a little confused about, is I'm not seeing much of a difference between repeater and the bolt-action rifle.
Really? What do you mean? Is it like damage-wise or like
I mean,
range?
Range, I think it's slightly better. Damage-wise, it maybe hits slightly harder. But, I mean, in
Then you
terms of,
got
like,
the-
fire rate, it ain't much different than a Henry. That
So yeah,
the
if that's
Henry
case,
the Henry's
carry
got
on.
the advantage in that it has more in a magazine.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, if they hit the same-ish, like the fire rate's about the same, you may as well just have a Henry with the scope on it.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% either way. I mean, I think it may also be like, you know, depending upon where you hit and stuff like that. But you know, I'm taking down most people with 1 or 2 shots with the bolt action, the Henry's normally 2 shots, 1 to the head, so it could be just literally whether I'm hitting in the chest or not.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. I saw in the report yesterday that they took a Litchfield revolver off someone?
Schofield.
Schofield. Any good?
They're not bad. They're probably the step down from the Navy.
Because I'm not getting on with this volcanic pistol, but I also don't want to swap back to the mat, so I might get a Schofield.
Yeah, Schofield ain't bad. I mean, I would always pitch for a Navy.
Oh, I've got a Navy.
Yeah.
My Navy's my other one. I don't use my Lamet.
Fair enough.
I don't use my Lamet anymore.
Yeah, I think, basically, you think a Schofield is kind of like a Navy, just a bit slower.
Alright. Calm down, horses. Alright. Yeah, I might, that's what I want to speak to Abraxas about, see if he can make us one, and I can test it out. I may as well test it out.
I mean, the other thing to look at is it's the 1899?
Oh, the, like, magged one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so the problem with that is you can't really get a holster for it.
Fair
Like, it doesn't sit right. That's what Buck had issues with. Right, let me just see who this is from.
Yeah, and that's how we deal with ambushes. And that's the thing, right? Is it's hard to forget. Well, it will forget sometimes because a civilian, right? A civilian gets ambushed like that. They're actually in pretty big trouble. But as lawmen, we sort of go, "Ooh, look, fight, fun."
That was Abraxas, so let's just go see if I was around. If not, I need to head to St.
No worries.
I understand if you don't want to keep following me around.
Nah,
just come back.
I ain't got much better to do, and it's better to stick together because anything happens, we're both going the same place anyway.
Yeah, I also really enjoy your company, so I'm more than happy to have you around.
Well, I'm touched.
Oh, here's our. Oh, Nebraxas.
Oh, look, the 2 people we're looking for.
Howdy.
How you doing today, hon?
How are you guys?
I'm good. You?
Alright, how are you? Nebraxas.
Oh, your voice sounds very funny.
Mine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my brain.
Oh.
No, yeah. But again, that's it, right? For someone that's not like a lawman,
Yes.
ambushes are
Came
probably
to
a bit of a
fall.
nightmare. You know,
Oh,
lawmen are like,
oh,
ooh, look,
yeah,
goody
yeah,
fun, we
yeah.
get to
Oh
shoot
my
something.
gosh.
You know, look, fight, awesome. Oops, shit.
That man is bulletproof.
I mean, fair enough. He ran you over. I'll let that go.
He almost killed me.
Yeah, that's why I pulled him off the car. I tried to stop him, and then he ended up under his own car.
Literally almost killed me.
How are you today, Theo?
Overly worked and underpaid.
Ain't that the
That
truth
is-
for all?
That is my designation for the day. Overly
Living the
worked
dream.
and underpaid. Yep.
What is it you're doing?
Apparently I'm on leave. What I do for a living though is I patrol the borders with the Fort Rooster boys.
Uh-huh.
Is that so? Is that a official law division or?
No, we work outside the law. We are a military group. So we have no say over what happens within the territories. We patrol the border outside of the territories.
Okay, fair enough.
That place is just one. And that doesn't look like a local.
That's a local. I've seen a few like that for some reason. I don't know why they do it.
Maybe the
Yeah, I guess they're just that well trained, right? A local loses their horse and the horse goes back to.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's a ghost walking across the street in front of us now. I can see the footsteps. Look at it go.
Yep.
Christ. I mean, I thought the ghost of the line in roads was bad enough.
You get that drunk fucking carriage driver?
Yeah.
I can't believe they just hit you like that.
Yeah, fucking carriage driver.
Damn, well, almost killed you.
I looked over because I heard it and it's like, what the hell? That's happened to me before though.
You drove me
do
all the
anything
way
wrong.
down to my core.
Oh my god.
Praxis.
Mm-hmm.
Come with me.
This wasn't working.
Right? You never know with stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, they've been a while today. Myself and Herschel were attacked by bandits on the way up here from Rhodes. I mean, again, they chose the wrong people. I mean, no offense to someone like Ira, but Ira would have possibly been in trouble. But they chose to attack the sheriff of Lemoyne and the deputy sheriff of New Hanover. You're like, you boys have made a bad choice today.
Oh lord.
You happen to choose the two most heavily armed people in the territory who are all carrying express ammunition. This ain't going to end well for you, even if there is 12.
Right.
And again, I don't mean that as a
I'll be right back.
derogatory aura. I wouldn't expect you to have to or want to defend yourself in a situation like that.
I've had to, and I've had to. Yeah, I'm a pretty good shot actually. I usually don't worry too often if I'm alone. And I'm a good fighter at this point, which is very good. Henry taught me pretty well.
Good.
Yeah, so... Oh, there we go. I was making sure my training didn't fall off.
Yeah, I'm not someone to start a fist fight with.
Yeah, I can definitely say that about me as well.
It's more because my punches travel through time zones, so either
Yeah.
either you're gonna get hit by something you don't see coming, or vice versa. It kind of gets a bit. Normally, if I end up in situations like that, I always just try and go for weapons as quick as I can because.
What is this local doing, for fuck's sake?
I mean, the locals here in Valentine seem to be pretty rough. I had to shoot a few of them in a saloon yesterday just because a Hote walked in. I didn't shoot there because she was right in front of me. I didn't want to shoot Ira. You alright, Ira?
Yep.
That was close.
I clocked it.
Yeah, I saw him draw, but then I didn't shoot because Ira went in front of me and I didn't want to hit her.
Yeah, don't worry. I was watching. A pretty
What?
fast draw from both of us, though,
Yeah,
right?
what? Yeah, what are they on today? I mean,
No, they're fucking violent.
yeah, no. To be fair, I freaked out a few doctors when I've been out on rides with doctors as well, and they see how quickly I draw. It's like sometimes I'm like, I didn't even see the gun. I went, I saw the gun and I was there.
That's the thing that criminals think. Criminals think because they're outlaws and they shoot that they're better than us, but what they need to remember is this is our job. We practice this a lot.
We do this far too often.
Yeah, I practice shooting daily. I'll go somewhere and practice just to make myself a bit better, so I'm fairly fast.
As I say, for better or worse, at least with my navy, I can draw and put 6 bullets in you in less than a second.
Exactly.
I mean, I never used to, but again, you know, years of doing this job, and you just sort of get scary good at it.
Indeed.
Hell, I went through a minor phase where I sort of thought, oh shit, is this morally right that I'm getting so good at, taking people's lives like that? But
It is.
Stonebuilt's nice and cheap, actually.
It's a step down from a navy, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but the price is considerably lower.
How much is one?
155.
Alrighty, let me just get some money out so that we can customize all my guns as well, and then we'll head up to your shop, alrighty?
No problem. How are you today, Lou?
Not too bad. I mean, I've only shot 8 people so far.
Today?
Yeah.
Whew.
Hey, Del Lobos decided to try and ambush me and Herschel on the way up from road. And like, well, you fellas picked a bad day and a bad people to choose.
I had that earlier.
Because it's one of those things, and again, I wouldn't expect most civilians to stand and fight stuff like that, but, you know, for better or worse, gangs try and ambush lawmen, and lawmen don't go, ooh, I need to run. It's like, ooh, fun, playtime.
I'm heading up to St. Denis to put some guns and stuff in. Are you staying here?
I was in a foul mood earlier, and they
Alright.
decided to
Just wanna
ambush
sure
me, and I was just
leave
like,
it
oh
around.
no, fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, we do it sometimes, you know, when you have a bad day, you're like, you know what, let me go get a bounty and go let out some frustration.
I mean, I was going. I decided that I was going to go into the group when I got ambushed with my sawn off and my repeat.
Yeah.
I was going no mercy earlier.
To be fair, I'm having a bit of a dilemma because I ain't seen that much of a difference between the bolt action and the Henry.
Hey, Blaxus.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a random question, since you know me. If we ran across, you know, people in a fight, in a gunfight, do you think I could hold my own?
Dead.
Dead.
I haven't actually seen you shoot, but yeah, probably.
I'm just
I've-
asking, like, in roundabout, your thoughts about this.
Right, let's dive
Apparently, I
in.
have no skill sets I'm good at anymore.
Who said that?
Yeah, who was
Common sense is so you don't believe.
that? Fair enough. I've seen
I
you
mean,
shoot.
the more
I
people
reckon you'd last
underestimate
a couple
you,
of minutes.
the
I
more
actually
people
just got a
underestimate
telegram.
you, the more likely you are to survive.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I'll take you down there.
Okay. Yeah, I think Maverick's gonna pick up support soon, so I'm just saying.
I'm fine, thank you very much. I don't believe we've met Under Sheriff Herschel Martins here in New Hanover. It's nice to meet you, Chayton.
Yeah, I thought that was you. Didn't want to seem insensitive by, you know, assuming. If I remember if I remember correctly, Shayton here is is it the Natali? I'm so sorry for butchering that. The Nanoli, that's it, the Nanoli.
Nanoli.
They're a. I mean, he probably can explain it better than me, but I believe they're from what they told me, they're like a peaceful tribe that does like they like to document things.
You going? Did you say you're going over to the butcher? Yeah, I got some stuff on me you can have. 1 second.
Maverick!
There you go.
I got your horse.
Maverick, who?
Yee.
Who you talking to, Ira?
Go over to the stables.
Oh, perfect. If I find any, I'll keep it stored for you if I ever see you again.
Yeah, Ira, who you talking to?
Oh, Maverick stood right there. Climb on the back of a horse.
I was about to say, I don't see Maverick.
I'm fine, thank you very much, sir.
He's right
yeah,
there.
I'm fine.
Right there.
I'm very fine.
He's now. Oh. Now
Oh,
I literally do not see him. I see you, I see Shayton, I see Herschel, I see Abraxas, and myself.
oh, he just ran in. Oh no, he just yeah. Alright.
Yeah. It's Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, you can see it all.
Do you see him now?
Nope.
Oh, that was my best bet.
That was everything I've got. I tried.
take a nap, grab your horse.
Yeah,
You're having that many problems? Take a nap and clear
oh no,
your
that's alright.
crappy
I
egg.
just saw you here and
Yeah.
I thought I've not seen you before, so I'll come and introduce myself because you'll probably see me around
Then
here quite a
maybe
lot.
they need to clear their crappy egg.
More than welcome around here, my friend.
Yeah, I say, I suppose being up here in New Hanover, I mean, not that other people don't, New Hanover, you need to come and get to know some of the native tribes a bit more.
Yeah, I've been hanging around Valentine a lot more, so that anyone I see I don't recognize, I go introduce myself.
Well, I say, from what I know, the Nanoli, and feel free to correct me, are relatively peaceful. The Wapiti, again, are generally peaceful. The
Yeah.
Miskwa are more of a... They're described as a warrior tribe. They're the ones that, from the way that I was told by Ahote, is that it's the Miskwa that basically polices all the native tribes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I've heard rumours of a tribe moving over in New Austin, but only
I know
rumours.
that. Yeah, I know. I do know not to come up onto the res. So I won't be intruding on your land.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't met
Yeah.
them, unless some of the people that I've seen that I think might be, but I have been told that there's a tribe setting up in New Austin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, we stay away from the reservations. I mean, touch wood, it don't happen. But if if something severe enough happens, we will. But that'll be a last resort. You know?
Yeah, we would always try and sit down with people to try and resolve peacefully before we had to take something.
Oh, we had a very, very close one a while back. We went when Red Cloud took Willie's body. Instead of bringing it down St. Denis, he took it off somewhere. Turns out it took him up to the Miskwa burial grounds, but we were like, he's technically just stolen the body, and we were sat outside the Miskwa reservation going, this could, I mean...
Go bad.
Fortunately, it didn't, but that was one of those situations where we're very, very close, and this could go really, really south if we're forced to do what we're about to do, or thinking of doing.
Somebody just touched my butt! My butt!
I like having the reses around.
Thanks, Lynn.
Alcohol and stuff, so
I see you found the new one.
I'll be as peaceful as I can. Obviously within reason. If they're blatantly carrying something they shouldn't be or doing something they shouldn't be, then I'll speak to them about it.
Yeah, it's... Got to be careful with them.
Oh yeah, I would always be respectful and just... Who's this fella? Is that Maverick? Nope. Howdy.
Who's who? I still only see 4 of us here.
Is it fella on my horse?
Nope.
You may need to take a nap.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'll go do that.
Who is it?
I didn't say you. I mean,
Yeah, you
I love the temperatures. I love the temperatures. I'm sure it's when you like that's riding.
Oh, I can still hear that TeamSpeak as well. Bastard, it's Tuesday night and Steam's being an arse, isn't it? It's bloody Steam reset time, isn't it? Get. Come on, Steam. For the love of God, Steam. Steam's being a bastard, of course it is. Yeah, sometimes the waits can be wild, especially I mostly get that with doing like the wild hunts, legendary hunts. Put a bit of music in the background while I'm waiting for Steam to actually do something. Steam's not even opening right now. I know what you're doing it for. I know exactly what you're doing it for. I exactly understand what hint you were dropping. But I don't wait to do that because that's not my character. Okay, this is kind of irritating. Oh, why the fuck won't Steam launch? Okay, so I'm actually going to have to stop stream for a second and try a PC restart because Steam isn't launching. I don't know why, so I will be right back.